Let us take question number 8. Question number 8, they have given a simply supported beam where one end is with a hinged support, the other end is the roller support. This is a simply supported beam that is in inclined manner, which is making an angle of 30 degree with respect to horizontal. This is the hinged support and this one is the roller support. And the simply supported beam is subjected to a concentrated point load exactly at the middle. The magnitude of point load is given 25 kN and that is acting at a distance of 1.5 meter from the left support, and with respect to the right support the distance is again 1.5 meter. The cross section of the beam is given, that is in rectangular shape. The dimensions of this cross section is also given. Width is 160 millimeter, the depth is 300 millimeter. So the section modulus of this cross section is given 24 multiplied by 10 power minus 4 meter per 4. In this question our aim is to calculate the maximum compressive stress. The maximum compressive stress. So keep it in mind. If you resolve this inclined force into two components, one is along the beam, the second one is perpendicular to the beam. If this angle is 30 degree, this angle will also be 30 degree. Then this will be 25 cos 30 and this will be 25 sin 30. Because of 25 sin 30, at any section, the cross section is subjected to a direct compressive force with a magnitude of P by A. And because of 25 cos 30, the beam will bend like this. If the beam bend, the top fibers are subjected to compression, whereas the bottom fibers are subjected to tension. So if you take at the top fiber, the bending stress is given as the bending, and that is also compressive. Maximum bending moment divided by section modulus Z. So this is also compressive stress, so this is also compressive stress, both can be added. So this is what exactly called as a maximum bending stress inside the beam material. So just if you are able to remember this formula, this relation, easily we can calculate, but how to calculate maximum bending moment here? For that I am going to draw a free body diagram. Free body diagram. Perpendicular to the beam, magnitude is at 25 cos 30, whereas along the beam the magnitude is given as 25 sin 30. As we already know, the hinged support will offer two reactions, whereas the roller support will offer only one reaction. The reaction is also perpendicular to the plane of contact. This is the reaction at the roller support. And these are the two reactions at the hinged support. One is along the beam, the other one is perpendicular to the beam. Because of this symmetric load, this reaction will be 25 cos 30 divided by 2. So this is also exactly 25 cos 30 divided by 2. So because of this 25 sin 30, here the reaction will be there as a 25 sin 30. Both are exactly equal because of equilibrium. Now, as we already know, this is 30 degree angle, this is 1.5 meter, this is also 1.5 meter. These distances are helpful to find the moments. Now, the cross section will be visible if you look at from the side view, that is in the rectangular shape. But if you look at from the front view, the cross section seems to be in the form of a line. This is a cross sectional plane. If you look at from the side view, that is a rectangle. Now, if you look at from the front view, this is the shape of the cross section. So this cross section is subjected to a direct compressive stress with a magnitude of P by A. Direct compressive stress with a magnitude of P by A. This is the stress distribution diagram, we can call it as. Because of the axial compressive load, the stress distribution diagram seems to be like this. The cross section is subjected to a compressive force, compressive stress in this manner. Now, if you look at from the front view, the cross section seems to be as a line, we already know. Now, the top fibers are subjected to compression, whereas the bottom fibers are subjected to tension because of bending. So this is the bending stress distribution with respect to the particular cross section. The top fibers are subjected to compression. Compression means towards the plane, whereas the tension means away from the plane. Tension means away from the plane. So how to calculate this magnitude? This maximum stress is given as a maximum bending moment divided by section modulus. So M divided by 7. So these two are compressive. Keep it in mind. This is the point on top fiber. This is the point on top fiber. This is the point on bottom fiber. This is the point on bottom fiber. If you look at the bottom fiber, here compression, here tension, both will be subtracted. But if you look at the top fiber point, this is the compression, this is also compression, both will be added. So this is the reason why the maximum bending stress, the maximum compressive stress is given as P by A plus m by sec. That we need to calculate. So substitute the given data. So P is given as because of compressive load 25 sin 30, this compressive stress was induced. 25 multiplied by 10 power 3 multiplied by sin theta. I'm converting kilonewton into newton divided by cross section area is given as 160 into 300. This unit you will get it as a megapascal plus m by z. Maximum bending moment need to be calculated. Maximum bending moment we are getting exactly at the middle for the simply supported beam. For the case of point load at the midspan, how to calculate it? This reaction multiplied by this perpendicular distance. How to calculate this perpendicular distance for this reaction? So that is 25 cos 30 divided by 2. The perpendicular distance is 1.5 divided by cos 30. So 25 multiplied by 10 power 3 into cos 30 divided by 2 is the force magnitude multiplied by the perpendicular distance is given as a 1.5 divided by cos 30. This is the perpendicular distance about the midpoint. Now this is the maximum bending moment divided by z. Section module is directly given in the problem. 20 into 10 power minus 2. So, but the point is unit conversion is very important. Here I am converting into Newton, but the section modulus I substituted meter per section modulus having the unit of meter cube. I'm sorry. Whereas I is having the unit of meter per 4. So I by y is having the unit of meter cube. So whereas I by y can be called as section modulus. I'm extremely sorry. Now if I substitute here meter per 4 into millimeter per 4, here unit is 10 power 6. So now this entire thing will be in megapascal. This is also megapascal. If you calculate this value, you will get as 8.0725 megapascal. So this is the correct answer for this question. Now there are some observations I can take. Observations. Observations are, we can define a critical point here. With a critical point is a point inside the member where the maximum stress is developed. So here the critical point I observed as midpoint of top fiber. This is the top fiber. So this is the midpoint. So exactly at this midpoint there is a cross section. So this cross section is subjected to same amount of direct compressive stress, but the top point is subjected to maximum compressive bending stress, right? So these two can be added. So this point can be called as critical point. Critical point is a point inside the member where maximum stress was induced by the material. So if you draw the state of stress for critical point, take one cuboidal element here, draw the external stresses with the acting on it. These are the stresses, sigma C plus sigma B, direct compressive stress as well as the bending stress on the top fiber, sigma C plus sigma B. The critical point. So this is the state of stress diagram. But keep it in mind, one of the assumptions that you need to consider here, the assumption is the effect of shear force is neglected. The reason also I am going to discuss, at maximum bending moment condition, the magnitude of shear force will be 0, that everyone knows. In another manner, for this rectangular cross section, if you draw the shear stress distribution because of the shear force, the shear stress distribution is in parabolic manner. This is the top point, this is the bottom point, this is the shear stress distribution variation. So at the top or bottom points, the shear force or magnitude is 0. The shear stress magnitude is 0 because of the keep in mind. So at maximum bending moment location, the shear force magnitude is 0, and the shear stress magnitude at the top point is also 0. So this is the reason why the effect of shear force can be neglected in the case of bending moment condition. How it will be 0, that I am going to prove in SFT BMD problems. Don't worry. Now, if you look at the Morse circle for the state of stress, Morse circle, as we heard, this is the graphical representation of normal stress to the shear stress. So this is compressive. I am taking the negative side. There is no sigma 2, so that is 0. If you draw the Morse circle, that will be the complete circle will lying in the negative x-axis side. Sigma 1, this is sigma 2, this is the tau max. So this is a Morse circle for this critical point, Morse circle, right? So this is the maximum information you need to know to solve this question. For the case of get question, just you need to imagine this free body diagram and directly you need to apply this radiation and substitute it in the given data, calculate this value. So this is the correct answer for this question. This is the extra information that I have discussed. With everything you need to know. Keep it in mind.